This game is rated M for mature. Hey there everybody, redxparasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Bayonetta 2. In the last episode, we continued in Chapter 1. Had a not-so-great fight with a Valiance. And in this episode, hopefully we'll be wrapping up the chapter. We'll be starting off with the last Muspelheim verse here. This one is a new one, and it involves not getting hit. So, yep. I think we just have these enemies here to deal with, so not too bad. But yeah, I kind of figured that Chapter 1 was going to take three parts, because it's a long chapter.
You've been naughty.
So, got ourselves a broken witch heart for clearing that. And we will be back onto the main quest. Okay, so you can kind of hear Loki in the background. He's stuck. We'll get to that in a moment. First things first, we are going to go after this chest here. So this can be a kind of a tricky one to get to. If you fall down, you can get back up if you jump on this pillar here. So this will allow you to get back up to the second level and give you another chance at getting that. Alright, so this is our formal introduction to Cachet and Compassion. So, smaller ones that we've been seeing so far have all been Compassions. Ow. Apparently one of those hit me even though I'm pretty sure I hit the dodge button. Guess the game and I will have to agree to disagree on that. Alright, so yeah, I would have gotten a pure platinum on that if I hadn't taken that hit.
So, they're after you too then? Have you been naughty? Keeping secrets from Mummy?
Nope. Nothing comes to mind, love. Sorry. But since this is your bloody mess, do you mind hurrying the fuck up and getting rid of this thing?
Now, that's no way to talk to a lady. No wonder your guardian angels are trying to give you a good spanking.
Whatever, love. You've already been following me, so let's make a deal. You save me, I'll show you around this joint. Heading to Fimbulventr, aren't we? That makes two of us. And it'll take two of us, won't it, love?
You seem to have skipped school the day they taught basic negotiation skills. You're supposed to negotiate from a position of strength, little one. Not just be a one-trick pony.
About that trick. See? You need my power too. Oi! That works too, I suppose.
I don't have time to give a shit about who you are or why you're going to the mountain. Take me there and make it quick. You stay with me, and I promise you'll end up in one piece. Got it?
Wait! Stop! Before I show you the way, love, you gotta agree to a little condition.
Do we need to go over my lesson again? First, learn to talk to a lady. We don't react very well to being insulted, little one.
Well then, I don't react to being called little one. The name's Loki. And what should I call you, love? I mean, ma'am.
Do I look like a ma'am to you? Bayonetta or Cereza? Take your pick.
Cereza! You don't look like a Cereza to me.
Well then, Bayonetta it is. Let's move, little one.
Hey! I just told you my name is...
You'll earn your name when you become a man.
Okay, so Loki is going to be our traveling companion
Try to keep up.
for a pretty good portion of the game, but luckily he is nowhere near as bad as some of the escort missions that, typically crop up in these kinds of situations. So, off to the right here, once you go through the doors, is another journal note, Purification Grounds. The brilliant church in central Noaton has aged gracefully, maintaining its beauty as if unfazed by the passage of time. Its value is not only sentimental, the people living in the city make regular visits to the church for prayer, nuptials, and funerals. However, word has it that long ago it served yet another purpose. Pilgrims chosen by God would stop by the church on their way to the sacred peak of Fimbulventr, purifying themselves in the waters that flow through the hallowed grounds. While the road to the summit is lost, the holy water continues to flow, purging the impurities of those who bask in it. After ruining a perfectly good pair of shoes, I'd say my feet are pure enough for one lifetime. Alright, so this should be the last Muspelheim for the chapter. Have some new Laguna, and one thing that they also did was they split up the crows captured and the achievements into two separate things, so it's a little bit easier to check both of those now. There's a journal in front of us right here, and this one talks about witches' recipes. So this is similar to the first game. It's quite a bit easier, though. So we actually get a journal entry for picking that up, which is entry number 1, which is recipes. Found this cleaning up some old journals and documents scattered about in my dad's office. Actually, note to self, I'm going to be a little proactive and try organizing these things by number. Just came up with that now. It'll take some time for me to parse everything that's written here, but according to my dad's notes, it seems to be talking about something like alchemy, working with materials in different combinations to create something completely different than what you started out with. This particular one seems to be about making some secret potion from the extract of rare crystals and jewels. He has a few pictures with it too. If somebody would collect the materials here, they might be able to test out if these secret arts work. So, conveniently, the developers put a chest right here that has a bunch of concoction ingredients in it. So, if you go into the menu here, let's see. Okay, so if you go into witch's recipes, this is how you can do the concocting stuff. So now all you have to do is just select what you want to make. It shows you how many of each thing are required to make that. But we don't really have enough to make any of the bigger ones, which are the ones that I would be the most interested in making. Even though, all things working out as they should, I typically don't have to use items in this game. So we've got another resting place off to the left there. This one is not too hard. So that is the third resting place in this chapter. I think it's the last. So that gets you another broken witch heart. We're almost at another one already. So, before stepping into the courtyard area there, there's a chest here that has a yellow moon lollipop. And now we should be free to step into this area. Alright. Let's start off with an accolade and a couple of acceptances. So these ones, sometimes they'll actually have bows, so be wary for those, because they will kind of fall out of the sky and try to hurt you. So it's actually pretty easy to dodge because it does have a tell to it. So all right, finally got the dodge on that one. think that's all of them. And we have another new enemy. So this is Urbane. These will mostly serve as mini bosses because they have a full health bar. So so far he's only done that one kind of swiping attack. And if, I had my way, he'd just keep doing that one. But I'm sure we'll get to see more of his moveset here in a little bit. There we go. That was a little different. Oh, cool. So, didn't have to do a climax for that one. Should get a good score on that. Okay, missing the combo by a little bit, but it's not too big of a deal. So, once you finish this verse, there is an optional verse if you want to head back to where you entered the area from. Through these doors back to where you initially found Loki. And we'll have some 2 accolades. So that's a pretty easy fight. And not really too far back, to be honest. So once we have done that, we can go back to the proper exit to this place. And there's Gates of Hell entrance here if you want to go there for some shopping. There is actually a second optional verse here if you jump into the water. So I believe this technically counts as an accolade, but it actually has two swords, so it is different than the ones that we've faced so far. It's also wearing green, so that's one way that you can visually tell it apart. And for completing that, you will get a Broken Witch Heart. So that makes our second full heart already, and it's still the first chapter. So could have done a little bit faster on time, but overall, that went pretty well. So that is the last collectible for this chapter. So you just run forward. And don't ask me how this really makes any sense, but
Sure, just because you asked, tall, dark, and ugly, that makes total sense.
okay, so we kind of have a boss to end off this chapter, so we're not really going to be killing this thing, but we do have to do enough damage to it. Nope, got Bat within there. So first phase here, it's going to have two main attacks. One of them is swiping the claws at you. The other one is trying to attack you with its mouth. So once you get its health down by about 1 bar, it'll switch to this phase. Now, mostly similar attack patterns, so it'll try to attack you with the claws. Again, it will lunge at you with its mouth. It also has a new attack where it shoots icicles at you like that. Thank you for showing the exact attack that I was talking about right when I brought it up. So just make sure that you keep your combo going. You can use the hold fire on Love is Blue to attack it, when it's not close to you. Help keep that going.
Is that all you've got?
And that's pretty much all there is to it. Oh, of course that's A. So the game does generally stick to a convention of if you're doing stuff with your feet, A is the button to mash. If you're doing stuff with your fists, it's X. And then pretty much anything else, like eating things or whatever is Y.
What the hell are you doing? Let go of me!
So, little one, what's all this sovereign business about?
Not a clue, love. Oi!
Well, whatever. If your sovereignness is going to get in my way, our deal is over. And if we're going to have to meet any more of your friends, you'd better learn to take care of yourself.
I'm quite alright on my own. Got it?
Your tricks aren't going to work forever, little one. More tricks, little magician. Maybe you've got more to offer than I expected. For the time being, though, stay here and don't get frisky.
There. That is the one, is it not?
Yes. I will never forget that face.
And that will finally mark the end of Chapter 1. It's probably the longest chapter in the game. So,
Like my new haircut?
yeah, aside from that, silver medal did pretty well. Only got like 1 gold, and the rest were either platinums or pure platinums. So, got a platinum overall. And we got a journal entry for beating the chapter. Unfortunately, there's no way for us to read that in the menu here, so I will have to remember to do that at the beginning of the next chapter. For now, I suppose I can stop by the shop, have enough halos to buy at least something. So I think I will
Time to
stick.
do business. What's your pleasure?
I will stick with going after the... Nope, I don't want to leave. I'll stick with going after the techniques first, since they are pretty useful. Alright, I think I'm going to go for the Afterburner Kick and Witch Twist to start. And you know what I should do? Actually, I can't do that now that I've bought them, but essentially they're both different combo extenders that you can do to if you combo an enemy into the air and you jump and either press kick or punch. The kick is Afterburner, of course, and then the punch is Witch Twist. It'll allow you to continue the combo and follow them up into the air. So with that, I think that will do it for this episode of Let's Play Bayonetta 2. So I've been redxparasite, signing out.